You get some more on that. Do you mind if I'm all up in your grill? In the last video, we sat down and we worked together. And I promised that in the next video afterwards, he'd see what work I've been up to. And I'm all about keeping it real. And to be real, I didn't do very much. I was messing around with Wix's new features, the AI features. Again, don't like to give advice, but just from my experience, that shit was doo-doo. Didn't work for me. Not saying it won't work for you. It may be worth giving it a try, but when I tried using the AI features, it just didn't help. So I spent like half an hour trying to figure those out, and then I ended up just creating a website from scratch. I'll show you a little preview. But I just wanted to keep it very simple. Skyersview in general is minimalistic and fundamentalistic. Don't know if the latter is a real word, but we just include what's necessary and nothing more. So as you can see here, the gathering is split up into 3 sections. We have a lot of athletes, we have a lot of artists, and then in between that we have luminaries, which is essentially like experts in their field. I wanted to use public figures, but that would have been 2 lines, and I thought 1 line would look better. And then celebrities does not fit with the brand, neither does influencers. So we decided to use luminaries. So just imagine that, as you highlight the mouse over it, bang, he becomes in colour, and you can see, hopefully as well, that there's a little bit of, the text glows. So common theme in our subtitles is that certain important words glow. But yeah, that's all I did. Not very much. And like I said, keeping it real. Oh, we have had some decent progress with the Instagram account in particular. YouTube, getting a few thousand views now on the last couple of videos, which isn't bad. The TikTok has been doo-doo recently. This is the platform I'm least worried about. Like it doesn't really, I think it matches particularly well with our brand. However, my only concern with that is I think TikTok is rising, and I think it's getting better and better. So having a presence on there, I think, will be important in the future. I think I may need to reevaluate my strategy with TikTok. Instagram, we've been having a lot of success. We've grown gradually in followers. The collaboration technique that I've been using has been working very well. We had a video with Khabib that is still really blowing up. Screen recording here. It's on like 6,000 likes and maybe 50,000 views. So that's like our 3rd best performing video in terms of views, and like the 2nd best for likes. Can't complain at that. Also creating a rock video that I quite like. And one last thing, this is a bit of value for people. All of the people who I've worked for, majority have been through the stuff that I've posted on Instagram. So if you have a skill in like video editing or anything else, anything really, like even so my nana, she hand knits a lot of stuff. She does cardigans, jumpers, whatnot, everything. And she also does like little teddy bears. She made my 2 little sisters teddy bears this Christmas. I seen these teddy bears and I'm like, this shit is top tier quality. These are great. She could definitely sell these. What I decided to do was post the photo to my mum's Instagram and Facebook. In the post, I wrote a caption saying how, oh, my mum made these beautiful hand-knitted teddy bears, the girls loved them, I'm considering turning her passion into something more. So I'm showcasing a talent, gauging interest, and from that, we had like 8 to 13 comments of people saying, I would buy one. That's a little business right there. Now, am I gonna make $1 million from that? No. Is my nana gonna make $1 million from that? No. Am I trying to turn my nana into a sweatshop worker? No. But the point is, when you have a skill, it's best to put it out there. And even if you're not super confident in it, even if you don't think it's great, you put it out there, you get feedback, and then you can learn how to get better at it. And that's especially important if that's your passion, right? Because you want to get better at that. You enjoy doing it and you want to perfect the craft. Put your stuff out there, man. Get it out there. Why not? You would be surprised at how many people watch. Now, to circle back to Skyersview now, the reason I bring that up is because I had a boxing like promotion. They hit me up. I'm just being completely honest with you. I'm not sure if any sort of business is going to materialize from that. But they did hit me up with interest. They asked me, oh, do you produce these videos? And I replied, yes, I produce all the content on my page, as well as occasionally producing content for other pages. That's as far as we got. And I'm sure when I get a reply, I will let you guys know, and that could be a testimony to putting your stuff out there. And even the interest showcases the value of putting your stuff out there. Not everybody who messages you with interest is going to end up turning into a client, but business is a numbers game, and if you get enough people who are interested, eventually someone is going to be willing to pay you for your services. This is real time, right? So I'm learning these things as we go, and when you learn new things, it's not always and it's instantly implemented. It can take time to change habits and to develop new skills, right? So with these videos, you may hear me kind of maybe repeat and reinforce the same things, but as you come along with this journey, and if you constantly hear it, it's going to start changing for you. And being able to see me start from being shit at something to progressing with it also gives you the confidence that you can one day be better at it. Look, I've got a couple new ideas, new little business ideas, and they all relate to social media, and it relates to putting stuff out there. So I have skyersview. In order to produce them, I have to find sources where people are talking about these different topics and whatnot, and therefore I'm consuming a lot of this. So what I found is, after creating so many like videos like that, is that my knowledge on successful people's mindsets or notable people's mindsets, my knowledge around their mindsets, it increased significantly. That's been great for me. When I created skyersview, I think a big focus for me was self-improvement and developing my mindset. That's still huge priority for me. A more prevalent and relevant topic for me right now is entrepreneurship, business, marketing. So the idea came to me is that if creating skyersview videos about mindset and motivation helped me to increase my knowledge on mindset, motivation, then if I created videos on business, marketing, business, entrepreneurship, then surely I'll do the same, right? And this may seem obvious, as I say this, it sounds very obvious, it makes me feel a little bit dumb, which I probably am. But I don't know, it just kind of clicked for me. So I think what I'm going to be launching soon is a new kind of brand/social media page. Similarly to how skyersview started, I'm going to start this new page and this new brand by just producing reels. And I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but I just think it'd be beneficial for me. And I could also, because I don't really, maybe I'm just not on social media enough, not looking around enough, but I don't see many accounts done at a professional and nice standard, similar to like skyersview standard, that cover these sort of things. And I'm sure there is some that do that, but I do think there's maybe a little bit of a gap in the market, potentially. I was thinking possibly calling it 6'4 Media. Unless you've come from Journal of a 6'4 Lightskin, then you don't really know what the 6'4 means. I don't really think names matter that much. The name doesn't make the business makes the name. So I was thinking 6'4 Media, or I was possibly thinking to link it to skyersview and keep it linked. What do you think? Let me know what you think of that idea. I think it's a relatively low risk idea. Am I splitting myself up into too many bits? Should I just put all my attention into one thing? I just think it could be quite easy to execute, because skyersview videos take a bit of editing. There's you have to create a bit of a story and find a lot of B-roll, add effects, because I try and make them as cinematic and as high quality as possible, whereas these 6'4 Media or SV Plus videos take a bit of color grading and a bit of cutting. But other than that, it'll be more so just finding the content, which will be the biggest job for me. The thing is, it's going to be content that I'll be watching. For example, I wrote down some times and some notes for a podcast with Patrick Bet-Davidson. So I wrote down like a time. So here I put 17:30 PBD advice for content creators. So writing down times and things, I think that'd be beneficial for me. So I'm rather than just passively watching the content, I'm actually watching it and thinking, okay, what are key things for me? And then I make a note of it, and then afterwards I'm gonna clip that up. So then I re-digest this information. So I think even if it doesn't necessarily become like a big account or a big brand or anything, I think it's still serving me, and it's something that I'm interested in, right? And I think that's important. A lot of people just chase money or what they think is quick success, but you can't just measure things by their monetary gain. You have to also look into what it's giving you as an individual.